You can still do some nice work on the Quap, but
he's going to have to watch his spacing. Flame Guard's not going to block all of that damage, and going to be a key timing around that bounty rune, you know, with those supports.
A great first blood out from Barry there down at the bot lane. It was just Candyloon and Barry abusing RR, and he had...
Yeah, and that's the power of this lane. Early match time, you're going again.
They don't have the Fire Spirits right now, so Barry may have overextended here and does go down. Yeah, he does give the My Bad over. Candyloon now going to have to cop a fair bit of harassment, but look at mid lane. DDZ being stunned up, trying to salve, and will go down to Carl, who will then get his own salve off. Execration getting a 2-1 lead this game, number one. Grasp not going to hold him down too long. Top lane, BDZ going to have to go for a TP out on the Tiny as Raging tries to go for a kill after Mosin. He does manage to get the Jakiro kill, but now a great rotation in from DDZ, and he does have level 1 chains available to be able to cancel off that TP of Raging. That's a great rotation out from DDZ on the Ember. Yet, which is generally how you play it if you are playing Core Phoenix. So they are going to make a dive onto Palos, but he's going to be able to blink out. Now, Egg going to be committed in Yamate, also going to show himself on the Lifestealer. Palos going to be hit by that stun of the Egg, and now open wounds are out from Yamate. Still more rotations coming in. They're trying to fight this one out. It's a 2-man stun from Carl, but Infest is there on Candyloon from our Lifestealer. But Candy is in big trouble. He does not have the Icarus Knife left. He will go down. Now Raging, also rotating in, but can't really stop Yamate, but perhaps Carl can with a great toss in from BDZ. And Yamate is also going to die in the Lifestealer.
Ooh, that is not how you want that first egg to go. They dive deep. They look like they could take power.
They are. Huge kill on Palos if they can get it. Barry gonna get vision. Needs an angle for that hook shot, but can't get it because of these neutral creeps. But no, he gets one. Very tight angle there from Barry, and Palos does go down, but a nice Sonic Wave out from Raging. It's not going to be enough, however. Raging is also going to fall. They're going for even more now. Tiny, BDZ, getting caught out. That should be a very easy pick-up here for Yamate and Barry. Yamate will be able to take it on that Lifestealer.
And it's that timing, you know. Armlets up on Yamate. They just go for the kills. They've got the natural Infest carriers. Maybe wait out BDZ's blink as well, but that's pretty optional with a Slardar. Cool.
Bounty Rune's going to spawn up. Hook shot in from Barry, right onto BDZ. He'll get him in the cogs as well. And there's Yamate with the damage output, and they do get one. Now Raging. He blinked into them once again on the Quap and is going to pay for it. With that DDZ, he's looking for a bit more. They're going to spot out RR, but he's TPing. They need a cancellation, but the Ice Path not going to be out in time, and RR will be able to get away with his
all out.
We're going to be careful. Carl going to TP in, but a nice Ice Path from Mosin. Still BDZ on the chase. Carl, he's going to miss the stun, but they have got the Jakiro now. Candy might want to fight back here. The Sunray is out trying to help on this Jakiro. Yamate, meanwhile, going to turn around onto BDZ, and another nice egg coming out from our Phoenix. Barry, he's going to miss the hook shot on Carl. It looks like they don't realize Carl's still there, so he's going to jump back in onto Yamate, but this may have been a bad idea, as Yamate is hitting way too hard, and they are going to keep chasing. They know he's in the tree line. In fact, Raging also caught out, will go down, and now Carl is gone. No way out on that Slardar.
Every re-engage, you can bet a couple of those spells are going to be back up and ready to go.
He doesn't want to die like this, John. Palos is in danger, but Overgrowth going to be committed by RR. And it looks like Barry's going to be left behind. Now Raging can have a go at DDZ. Has one Remnant and will commit it to get out of there. Still top of the net worth board on this Lifestealer, and if things keep up as they have been, well, like this, Palos is going to get caught, does use the blur, but he's been Ice Path and in the Macro Pyre and has no one to blink to. They just abandoned him. BDZ not sticking around for the blink strike out down, but they're going to go down towards that bot lane where a great hook shot is there from Barry right onto Palos, and DDZ going to be there to back him up with the chains. They lose Mosin across the map, but who cares about that? You got the PA again. There is an Infest out on Barry. They seem to know, and they'll counter smoke. They do scan out one. That's going to be Palos in the blur on the PA. Barry Loses Courier. That was the Solar Crest going down. And now they'll go. Macro is out. Nice hook shot in, but the egg has been committed from our Phoenix, and nobody is going to focus it down. So New Esports, they keep rushing in after BDZ now. And that'll be your Tiny gone. They just can't fight back.
No. They didn't get the opening they wanted. Their smoke broke, but they were forced to jump in. That was the 10-second BKB charge of Palos. Not the best use of the item. And they don't lose their biggest cores.
And steal it. Just finish it ASAP. It's going to be in Palos. BDZ. Going to jump in. An avalanche. They need to go quick. And Carl is in, but Yamate has the Aegis. And that'll be Carl probably going down to the Slardar. And now RR also going to be chased by DDZ. And everyone else from Execration is just on the run. A good attempt from Carl.
Yeah, you don't want to give it a chance for Treant to keep healing it up. A lot of caution though, and this is where it gets annoying. You know, it's basically like you have a repair kit. In fact, if they had a repair kit, they'd be better off.
Naturally. Toss back onto Yamate, but he does get the rage up in time. Still Sun and Sonic Wave being thrown up, but Barry gets a good hook shot in. There goes your Aegis, but RR is going to drop, and so does Raging Potato. They will buy back on all three heroes that did die. Now back onto Yamate. He is very low, but does get the invest off in time. Still a nice avalanche toss onto DDZ. They want to try and clean up. Barry as well on the run of the clockwork. Should go down, and does. But DDZ, he's actually got no remnants available. So they might actually be able to catch up to him. But no Raging. Doesn't seem to know where he is.
They were looking for. You know, it's always a uphill battle when you're against that, although
he went in for the 30-minute bounty rune, and again, I can't blink in like that without vision.
No.
With the rocket flare, doesn't really have an abyssal blade yet, but a great hook shot in from Barry. He TP'd back to that bot tier 1 tower, and Raging is gonna die.
Oh man, Carl now as well.
He's going to try and fight this one out. Palos, he's going to jump in as well with the BKB, but a nice ice path down from Mosen. Now the egg to be committed. How do you fight into this? Palos, he does get DDZ, but it may cost him. Mosen will get the Yules off, and they should have control with the ice path to kill off Palos, and now chase down Carl on the Slardar. And they will. Nice stun out from Carl, but it's not going to matter. Even BDZ still being chased down by our position 5 Jakiro. Mosen just trying to get the creep wave back in.
Arm does have the Guardian Greaves, the Urn, and Yules. So he has some ways of keeping himself alive, but it's not going to help as the Roche just melts way too fast in New Esports. Aegis and Cheese going away now, so 2 lives up. Execration, 1
Got a lot of damage, Palos, but he just doesn't have a chance to get that damage out. He's gonna try to blink in onto Yamate. Again, it's a lot of damage. Ice Path, however, he's been locked in. Remnant forward, they missed the hook shot from Barry, but they get a nice toss back. In fact, that was actually BDZ tossing Palos in. A nice overgrowth to lock them all down, but DDZ does not care. He'll go after BDZ and RR, both without buyback. And now after the final lane of Barracks, in fact, there's the chains out onto Palos. You get your Sonic Wave from Raging Potato, but it's not going to matter. Palos is going to fall, and he does not have buyback available. They are still going to try and defend this in a 3v4, finish off that 1 tier 4. Carl now going to get slowed up with the Abyssal out from Yamate. BKB up, goes back after the lifestealer. In fact, a nice toss back onto Yamate, but he is just too tanky. He will not die to the fountain. Gets the infest, and now we'll just get a free reset. And Raging is going to jump back in, but DDZ will follow, gets the chains off, and that'll be your Raging Potato gone, and RR with a dieback, and now they're just diving the fountain. BDZ, it's not very safe. survive, but that Ancient is very, very low. Yamate's just going to pop the Rage. He's had enough. He gets the Epistle onto Raging one more time, gets the kill on the Quap, and then gets the GG call out from the side of Execration.
Series that were heavily Execration favorite. It doesn't look that way today. New farm that goes to new esports if you actually play the slow game.
True.
Use your song offensively. That's one thing here as well. Execration cannot...
Sorry, not the courier, the creep turned around last second. I'm not sure why. Just it de-aggroed on Yamate, but they still got the avalanche toss off, and Yamate is going to be the first blood. BDZ and Raging do manage to make it happen.
He's got... It's like we cursed him, you know, right there. Can't jungle the same way as a Naga can. Naga can just clear those camps a bit faster. So if you leave the Naga alone, and he's off to a pretty decent start in the lane phase.
Nice kill onto Mosin. Yamate going to try and chase down BDZ. They are going to be able to get a trade on those supports. And Yamate does get a bit of bonus gold for himself, which he did desperately need.
Yeah, it's an important trade. I think Carl's still going to...
It's a bit unfortunate for it. Bot lane, BDZ going to find Mosin. Doesn't have mana for the toss back onto Raging, but the Thunder God's Wrath again going to come out from Carl, and that'll be enough. Only issue being is Yamate is going to chase down BDZ, but Yamate does not get lucky with any form of a bash. And BDZ looks to probably be safe. No, he's not. The Chrono will be committed by Yamate. He wants the kill, and he will get the kill.
Well, that was just perfect timing. You know, he was 5 for a long time. They get the chase into the creep wave. Not the spot Execration should have run.
Maybe he just didn't have the range. Either way, mid lane, Yamate. Bit of danger here. Does get glimpsed back after a time walk and is probably just dead. He can't get out of this one. The boat will fly in from DDZ, but it is not going to help.
That's just some interesting movement out. It's going to have to be a worthwhile clump up top to compensate for losing an objective.
Mosin, nice swap out on Raging. They have the Chrono now available on Yamate, and he'll commit, and he'll get 2 in there as BDZ was TPing in, and will go straight into it, but they won't try to focus down the Tiny. They'll just accept the Raging kill, and now, well, they might have to fight again, but Static Storm is going to catch out your Phoenix, so Barry is going to die, and now Candyloo is going to try for BDZ on the Tiny, and they do manage to pick him up, and that'll be it, a 2-for-1. Everyone does disengage.
Looking to catch Candy, but looks like that smoke might just be for naught.
Look, Candy, that's a nice bit of malice out. Where's your follow-up? Boat, not going to connect on RR. Barry going to come in with the Sun Ray, but Static Storm going to cancel that off, and now Barry's gone with the Thunder God's Wrath out from Carl. DDZ getting very low and does also go down, and now Candyloo, the only man left, but he's also gone. A triple kill out for Carl on the Zeus. And try and go for a bit of a smoke play. Raging barely misses that torrent. X is going to be there into the boat and Static Storm. It's all onto Raging Potato, and he is going to be left behind to die. The rest of Execration setting up to maybe counter-initiate here. Palos going to make a chase onto Mosin. Does get the glimpse off there from RR, and that'll be Mosin dying. I believe new esports might just be done now. They don't really want to go back in. In fact, BDZ's the one to try and go back in with a great toss back onto Candyloo. That'll force out the Dark Rift, but he can't survive the magic damage. Carl, he is just doing way too much.
Oh yeah, they're just starting to rip through. Even those Riptides coming in.
They're going to give it a shot. Mosin, smoke broken by Raging. He'll be happy to die for his team here, but there is plenty of time for them to catch up, and they know exactly where they are. Raging buying more time as the boat is going to fly in, but he is still alive on the Snapfire. The egg comes out. He'll use the little shredder, but his team will not be there to back him up. They want to counter-initiate now. Once the egg is gone, BDZ gets an avalanche, but Candyloo is going to Dark Rift, or maybe not. He gets glimpse, but a nice X back. A very, very... Maybe not a nice X back. He tried. I guess that was the only place he could X him.
Oh, man. That was a ping-pong ride. Just that Abyssal we were talking about, of course, it's up in Palos. It's ready to go, and he's basically ready to just man fight. Like, this is a very big Naga we're looking at now.
Execration, they jump in, a great avalanche toss, but Yamate will be able to turn around. Raging now, in a bit of danger, will try to cookie out of there, but looks like he has been left alone as well. Palos does come in with the song, but Torrent Storm's there now. They can't disengage. Raging, he's getting bounced up and down, and Yamate, a great chrono out, but Carl is outside of the chrono, and he gets the Aegis going. Palos, however, can he make his way out? He wants to go for a run, but he's been X'd up, and he is sure to die here. He will. New Esports, even with that chrono, not really panning out the way they...
Flying out as well for Palos.
Could go after Yamate. Oh, Sam. Unfortunately timed. Carl's still going to blink in, so will BDZ, but DDZ does pop the BKB with the X out. Does try to get the Yules off, but BDZ should just be dead, but he gets a nice toss off. Now, Static Storm. RR.
What?
Oh, boy. They just, yeah, they messed it up pretty hard. There goes RR, and Palos running away with his 10-second BKB is probably still dead. DDZ might be able to close the gap here for an X. Carl, he's going to turn around and try to help, but there's a chrono out from Yamate, and that'll mean the X can come out now with the torrent play. Palos going to try and mirror image, but he is almost certainly just going to die. They'd love to get Carl and the Zeus now to boot, but Carl looks to be safe. Execration, John, I'm not... Does get very low. New Esports, they're going to give it more time. Not willing to go too far, but Palos might be able to steal now. There's that Nimbus to help out. Thunder God's Wrath to give vision. Smoke is out, will be broken. Yamate has chrono, doesn't fit quite yet, and now does. He's caught two of them, but Raging has jumped in. Still, the torrent boat does fly out. Aegis on the deck. Palos, he does take it off Yamate. And with that, they might be able to take this team fight. Barry, he does get the egg off. Carl gonna blink in, trying to stop somebody. DDZ gonna be swapped out by Mosen. Song gonna be way out of range. They do at least get the Venge. They'll settle. Bissell, he has the Glimmer Cape, and oh, they do finally get him. Palos eventually get him the kill. Looks like that'll be enough. They are going to go back and just get some more farm up for themselves.
Roll for New Esports.
Here goes that tier 2 tower now. Palos going to feel confident to just take it out. Yamate does have an Agate Scepter up. Palos will be able to avoid the bow, but Yamate again jumping in with that axe, just getting that guaranteed bash off. Palos, he's in danger. He has the song up in a few seconds. He's going to try and commit, but Mosen does swap him back. Palos still not getting it out. He'll BKB and try to fight this one with the Aegis. Turning back around onto Candyloon. There's your Dark Rift, but it may not be there in time. In fact, Candyloon does die. And suddenly...
You have to stop 4 heroes from push. It doesn't look like.
No, it doesn't. They're going to try and torrent to delay things, and Candyloon will commit the buyback, but that's not going to be enough for them to go back here, surely. Gobble up, that is a very nice hit there from Raging, and now Palos going to move in onto that Underlord. He just fought back, but Palos gets hit by the boat and might just lose the Aegis. But Candy is still in danger and does die with the dieback. Back to the racks it is. Knowing that that Underlord is gone for about 2 minutes, they might be able to go for a secondary.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have the Faces Void up in a sec. So you're going to have the Chrono Egg combination in play, but 20 seconds is a long time when Palos has that leveler.
Certainly is, and he's got the butterfly now flying out. It could be, well, not quite megas, because that tier 2 top tower still being standing. But it is going to be a pretty significant lead now for Execration. 26k worth of a lead, by the way, and oh, swap in from Mosen. They're going to commit the chrono onto Palos, and they should be able to clean him up. And Nice play out from Mosin. Onto RR. Yamate should be able to get this one very easily, and does. So they do get a couple kills back. Still 2 Raxes behind now, but they might be able to get something going. Finish it off for himself, but we've got the Axe upgrade on that Naga. Mosin. Oh, nice chrono out from Yamate, and they have caught Carl. Static Storm also going to be dropped from RR, but it does not catch out Palos. Doesn't really matter though. Yamate Song is out. Boat to fly out.
Oh no.
Palos does get hit by the boat. Still going to be alright. They're cooking him out. Now the egg is great out from our Phoenix. And that is going to make it very hard for him to fight back. It's even BDZ. Does get caught. He's going to die, it looks like, on the Tiny. And well, once again, new esports.
Lots of movements on the map. There is a smoke here in Palos.
Palos is going to break his smoke, go for the Abyssal. His team is starting to catch up. Chrono is going to be committed. And with the Torrent Storm, Palos is probably gone, and is. RR now going to get caught out by the X and the Torrent, and he is almost certainly just dead as well. And they're looking for more. Icarus dives forward. Barry does not spot anyone else out, but look at that, John. Perfect timing. The Roche
Questionable. They're in the pit. That's every single thing Roche has. Just beating up the homeless guy, getting his stuff for yourself, refresh on the deck. Ags upgrade as well. Who did he want to give that to?
They've already got an Ags on DDZ. They've got one on Yamate.
Yeah, they gave it to Yamate, and he.
No, he's already got one. They've got another one.
No, he sold off.
Yeah, I forgive you, John. I forgive you. Don't worry, sir.
It's very confusing. Higher ground being seen. There's a song.
Yeah, Palos. Gonna get bashed again. I don't know about this, but the Static Storm is gonna be nice. Palos, well, they'll get the egg off in time. Nobody gonna focus down that egg. And Palos, he's been left behind here. Nobody there to help him out. They're gonna spin out the Mortimer's Kisses. They are getting low now. Swap from Mosin. Trying to help, but does die. Yamate still going for more. He does still have the Aegis, and now a 3-man bash off. Into the Torrent, into the boat, and they are gonna melt. Chrono also going to be out on the Tiny now. BDZ going to be in danger, but it's not the greatest Chrono. A bit rushed. It won't matter though. He has the refresher shard out on the Void. Now back in. On to the Naga. Palos very low, but the Glimmer Cave will save. They are going to go for that Aegis. And they do, but Candy Loon does kill off Palos. Back in from our Void. Refreshes up. Chrono gets out. He is stuck by that kinetic field, but eventually does get on top of Carl. They will go swarm him up, but Carl's still in danger. Here comes Palos, however, fighting back up against Candy Loon with the Pit of Malice to be dropped. He is pretty darn tanky, and Palos, he can't fight back. Even with that BKB, he is probably going to die. He does get the song out, however, but DDZ is going to not get the Torrent off in time. He does have a Torrent Storm going, but they don't know where Palos went, and he will reset with the Aghanim Scepter song.
It's that top melee.
They are. It's the tier 3 mid tower. Palos does Abyssal Blade up, and Yamate. Oh boy. Not pan out. They might just try to force the
Mosin?
Get a swap off, but he is by himself. Now with that Static Storm expended, can he survive through it? He can. The Sunray gonna keep him safe, and Palos. Yeah, he jumped into Palos. So now poor old Mosin has to kill himself to save Yamate, and he still dies to BDC. They are really rushing now. They are not playing this. They're not coordinating properly. I think the Roshan. Actually blocked the staircase with those trees.
Love it. Gotta love it. Very cautious around that Roche Mike. No one wants to be caught out here with her pants down.
a nice split out there from Raging into the Mortimer's Kiss is just coming out. Who's he even aiming for? Just trying to get Mosen, who does get the swap off and does die, trying to save Yamate, but now Chrono does come out, still with the Torrent Storm. Palos does die, and will buy back. Back to the Roshan, however, they won't have time to contest. But there's so many items to pick up that they have to juggle all these items around. BDZ has been caught out of the Tiny, although Song is going to be there into the Static Storm, but they let Yamate get out of there. He jumps back in fact. Palos could be in danger now. He's been hexed up. Yamate going to jump in with the bashes. Raging Potato getting in there for a gobble up, but he does go down. He has no buyback. Now RR also caught in the Pit of Malice, and he's guaranteed to die. But he can buy back. Back to it. Man. Off we go again. We can go high ground.
Got level 30 on Yamate,
it's always at this stage, right, where you see the teams both hitting creeps, and you know, like, they don't even mean to at this point. Like, they're just pushing. Oh, that's a nice Static Storm out. Yamate's gone. DDZ gonna go after Raging Potato now. Pit of Malice not gonna hold him down. He does have the BKB on. DDZ gonna refresh now. Opts a Refresher Orb to get that Torrent Storm going again, but it's not going to catch anyone. Not quite yet, but Carl, you're walking into the team fight, sir. He will go down. BDC now also going to drop. Oh, Carl, where was his attention? Raging now. Going to get X back, does BKB with the Refresher Orb. Going to try and avoid this somehow, but oh, he's trapped. He's going to go for the TP play, but gets swapped out by Mosen. Man. Now Mosen's trapped, but it won't matter. They got the target they wanted.
Oh boy.
This game has to be over.
Out for Ken.
DD, he'd love to fight right now. It's just
Palos
caught out by the torrent of DDZ. Going to be able to get away before the boat comes in. Mega creeps incoming. Nobody cares though, but Yamate jumps in with the Chrono now onto Palos, but there's no damage flying out. Now we see some. He'll refresh again. No Chrono yet. Can you get a Song out? You cannot, but Palos will buy back. Now the team fight really starts. BDZ was caught out, but no, they're not going to go for him, but rather Yamate will go onto RR. And Palos. Manta dodges the stun from Mosen. Back towards that Roshan pit, it seems to New, as they're not sure what Execration are up to. Palos.
Oh no.
Hexed up, both to fly in, refreshed up by DDZ, and now the Chrono is going to come out from Yamate, and he does go down. That's a dieback.
I don't understand. RR just left him. He didn't even drop the Static Storm. He literally watched his core die and walked away. Static Storm might have saved him.
Well, not only that, but he had a chance to Song, I'm pretty sure. Yamate gonna go for the Roshan.
It's long games, man. It's this long games. It gets to the players as well. And that Roche, free one. 4v5 defense might make it 6v4 because of that Aegis and Cheese. How do you do this? And who gets the Ags?
Later on, if we have enough time.
If they survive it, sure. Could be nice seeing that tree volley, but onto tier 4s.
Yamate. They'll jump in onto Carl. BKB's out, but great Chrono there from Yamate, catching 3 of them, and he jumps straight onto that Zeus. Buyback will come out, but you've also lost BDZ now. He does also have a buyback, however. That egg dropping low, but there goes Raging Potato. The Ancient now exposed. The creeps are doing the work for them, while Yamate is just diving and getting kills in the fountain. Gets another Chrono off, and there's your GG call as Yamate will take an Ultra. Our 77-minute game 2 is now over.
Interesting decisions in the